the enforcers happy that they're castrating minors who want to be girls.
We're talking about children, man. We're talking about...
This guy's a bona fide dick-sucking queer. Him and Nitro, I don't know why they're getting mad, man. The government's giving them more expansion to their rights daily. Now they can walk into the other bathroom, and they're still crying. The village voices will never change.
Bastards are doing to the youth. They're destroying people. These kids are committing suicide because they don't know what the fuck they are. Instead of focusing on reading, math, and the curriculums that you should be taught in schools, they're putting a C.
He's trying to preach like Richie.
Gender, identification.
You got your rights. You're getting your rights more and more daily. What are you so upset about?
These books that they're publishing, that they're putting in these schools and these libraries. This kid was reading out loud in front of. I don't know if it was.
And he was wishing he could masturbate.
City seatings, like a city hall type seating, and the kid was quoting what he was reading out of a book that was available in one of the school libraries, and it had to do. It was like pornography. They couldn't even show the photos. These kids are talking about these disgusting. I mean, it's not disgusting if you're a consenting adult, you know.
It's not disgusting to him.
7, you should be talking about masturbation and all of this. I mean, it's horrible what they're doing to the kids. And the parents are protesting, you know, and they're like, no, this shit isn't right. Kids should be talking about...
it's okay if you're a consenting adult like him and his turns you on and you want to molest him. He's a homo.
To trying to destroy the youth. If it's not the CCP China that infiltrated our institutions, it's these far left liberals that are trying to destroy not only the economy.
What do you mean they're giving you more rights daily? What do you LB whatever guys crying about?
The Marxist
LG boys.
ideology. That's what it's all about. Communism. Horrible.
See, Nitro don't even know how to respond to that.
You know, and that's the world we're living in now, man. You know? Why the kids, though? It's horrible, bro. But that's how it is, man. It's unfortunate. All we can do is pray, man. Well, that's how indoctrination. That's how you pre-program a population. You indoctrinate the youth. They did it in Germany, Nazi Germany. You remember they had
they're all
the
twisted.
movement called Hitler's Youth. This is how you indoctrinate a society. You start with the youth, with the children, with the innocent, and you brainwash them. And every time they're consenting adults, they're already. They do that in communist China. They do that in North Korea. They do the same thing. Every time you're a consenting adult, you're already fully programmed. Wow. Unbelievable.
No, it's not. Your boy's a homo.
Really unbelievable, man. Huh. It's crazy what this world is coming to. Well, you know what? I don't know how long this country could survive.
Don't please never know what to say.
Because this fucking Biden, excuse my language, he's not our president. I don't know what the hell he's so.
Oh, he's mad. He's mad. He's mad. He's mad. Biden won't side against Richie. He's mad.
You know, there's a group of people running this country. It's not Biden, and it's getting worse and worse.
Well, at least he's aware on that. At least he's aware on that. But it don't matter who's doing what. Biden got the final say.
Because he's old and.
For now, anyway.
The guy should never have been elected. You know,
fuck
with
you.
All this bullshit, hiding him in the basement and everything. And look at him now. The guy's dysfunctional. You know, you might as well have Richie as president. The way he's more coherent than this senile retard that we have running the office. I shouldn't say running. He's not running shit. You know, his wife, Joe Biden, has to change his diaper. This guy literally wears a diaper. Yeah, but you know, he admitted it, though. You know that, right? He admitted the fact that, because he said one time in an interview, he's like, you know, when I was vice president, I made more decisions than I do now. He said that shit on national TV. He said, I thought that when I would be president, that I would make more decisions. That's what he said. I don't know if you heard that one. I did hear that. He also says, I don't want to get in trouble. I really can't talk. Then
That's right. There's a bunch of people controlling how he does his job. But I'm going to put an end to that, ain't I, boys and girls?
And he actually has to read a cue card. The guy can't answer questions from the media. And you know the
king
is covering for him. The mainstream media, social media, the DOJ, the FBI, these entities are covering for him, all right? And then he's talking about running again. Dude, I don't know if you realize how fucked up we are. This is the state of we are as far as the banking.
Yeah, but Joe Biden didn't do none of this. It all started with Bush and the towers going down.
As we know it, they want to make everything electronic so they fully can control your money.
You have no privacy.
Government, they can seize your assets. This is how a communist regime takes over. All right, you think you know, freedom is what they oppose. You understand?
I put the switch down to my amp. He thinks I'm fucking with my receive. I don't have a foot pedal.
Korea. Because the government, you have a dictatorship, and that's what you're having now. You have one branch of government that controls everything, and if you oppose them in any way or form, they cancel you, they'll jail you, they'll seize your assets. This is what this country is becoming, a Marxist, communist country. I never thought in my lifetime I would ever see it get like this. Then you got people, you ask them, they're like fucking retards. Who's the vice president? I don't know. And these are young people. You know, what accomplishments has the president made? I don't know. You know, and they're like stupefied. They're like, you know, what are the
check the description of this video, boys and girls. Follow that link.
They'll say the other guy's bad. You know, it's like you're dealing with a generation of fucking retards. They have no concept of what's going on. And they just live.
Yes, they do. If they can sell drugs for a little while, kill a couple of people, they can get a badge. Of course they're happy.
When they become mature adults, if you want to call it that. So it's crazy, man, you know. But listen, all I can do is do me, provide for my family, and you know, that fucking border, man. I don't know.
Well, he never provided any justified truths out here, so that kind of makes me wonder how well he could provide for his family.
After Title 42 expires, you're talking up to $20,000 a day. Just look at those numbers, and this mayor, this clown, you want to call this a sanctuary city yet? Oh, we can't have any more.
You only call it a sanctuary because I'm sitting in it.
Overwhelmed. How the fuck do you think the border states are when they already accepted over 6 million people within the last 2.5 years? How do you think they feel? Yeah, but this is how fucked up it is, and people don't see it because it's not exposed. The mainstream media covers for these people in power. And it's a shame because the ones who are suffering are the people that are born here, the actual, you know, citizens of this country. And I'm not against immigration because we're based on that. This country is based on immigrants. But you know what? When you're coming into the millions and you're unvetted, and you got criminals, you got people on the terror watch list that are coming through by the thousands. What do you think is going to happen one day? You think 9/11 is bad? Oh, brother, you haven't seen nothing yet.
He's trying to be like me, but he's not the one delivering it.
Boy, do I know. That is true what you say. Look at ALC. That's one bitch that's off the hook. She don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Address her as Madam President if you're smart.
Yeah, but I don't. That dude is off the hook, bro. He bit a little bit more than what he could chew. And that's what's going on with him. You know, he thought that he was going to have...
and y'all thought y'all were going to beat me up.
The problem is the administration don't even know what he's doing, what they're doing. You know, so if they don't know what they're doing, what makes you think they're going to give you support? You know what I'm saying? So he bit a little more than what he could chew.
Well, you got to understand one thing, Nitro. He campaigned in the basement. All right, they covered for him. This man, Joe Biden, he's a politician for half a century. He's done nothing. All right, he's just a corrupt politician. All right, he's just an empty suit. All right, when he was...
He's not back in B team.
All it was about is an anti-Trump this, anti-Trump that. You know, that's all it was. Even to this day, they don't take responsibility for how bad they fucked up this country economically. We look like a fucking joke to the rest of the world. Yeah, our allies are leaving us. Literally, they're teaming up with the so-called enemy countries. Look at Russia. And all that bullshit that they did with embargoes, you know what? That backfired. Because they're not even going to use, it's called the petrodollar, where they purchase energy, whether it's
the Tea Party,
gas or crude oil, based on the U.S. dollar. They're not even going to work with the dollar anymore. They're working with a different currency that, I'm sure you know all of this, because you get a lot of the same information I get. And that's a way of getting away from embargoes, you understand? You can't punish a country if your currency is not based on the same denominations, on the same currency. So that's why you see China, Russia.
Yeah, well, $100 bill in Trinidad is $20 American.
India, Pakistan, they're saying, fuck this, man. We're not going to be under the grip of America, you know? You know, who the hell are we to impose our will around the world? Who are we to be the police of the world? So, you know.
I thought you were an enforcer. What are you enforcing?
Yeah, bro. Yep. Horrible. I would never think that I would live to see this, man. You know, kind of hoping I did. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is scary as fuck. Now you're talking about the American dollar, man.
That was me on the sidewalk with y'all. You know that.
Bro, I don't know.
A real Wolverine type nigga.
What we could do is hope for the best, but even if Trump comes back in office, or not even Trump, you know, anybody who comes in office, Republican or Democrat, which I hope Republican, but in reality, the damage is done, man. You know, these guys, whoever gets in office next, the damage is done. I don't think we'll ever get back to what we was.
Well, I tell you one thing. The damage is already here, like you said, and unfortunately, it's gonna take a new administration just me and two platoons. Just look at the illegal immigration numbers. We're talking over 6 million since this administration took over. 6 million people, and we were talking another year, a year and a half. All right, another year and a half.
There's over 600 million bodies on this land total.
Expires. You're talking at least 20,000 a day. You know, and that's unsustainable. And then with these so-called sanctuary cities, these blue states like California,
land
New York,
built for half that.
They can't handle it. They can't handle busloads of migrants, or I call them illegal aliens, because these shelters are overwhelmed. So you know what they're doing? Mayor Adams, he's sending them upstate, and they're saying, we don't want them. You're not fucking up our community.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that today, as a matter of fact.
Upstate New York, exit 127 on the turnpike, or whatever it is. Chester, New York.
I'm not sure who, but...
Yeah, I bought an acre of that compound. It made me $24 million.
It's illegal. He's not supposed to do that. They're supposed to give the suburbs a heads up before he does that, and he didn't. Yeah, it's a mess, bro.
Yeah, we only have one governor of New York. That's Kathy Hochul, and she don't care. She's part of the program. She's a Democrat, so she's gonna go with the flow. Look at Chicago. They get rid of Lightfoot, right? She was horrible, and they got a guy that's even more corrupt. He's totally against police. He's totally against education. He says when he was an educator, he didn't even give kids homework. Now this is a community of kids struggling in their proficiency. They can't read and write. and you got a fucking a mayor that's light on education. Don't worry about homework. You're going to have a whole generation of dysfunctional illiterates. That's what's happening in America. And I'm not picking on any state or any city. This is nationwide. We're like in the 20s as far as proficiency in math and reading. You got kids that can't even read at eighth grade level. You got kids that are graduating from high school. They can't even write an essay.
We know they turned out to be like you. We're hearing it.
It's deplorable what they're doing to this generation. And these kids are complaining.
You are this generation,
they're trying to cover all their deficiencies up with gender. I mean, come on, man. It's horrible. I mean, Nitro, you couldn't even put it this way. The destruction that this government is causing this country, China or Russia, could only dream of doing. You know what they say? Look at the Roman Empire. We're collapsing from within. It's not even external. They said you destroy a superpower from within. You don't have to send a bullet or missile or rocket. Let it collapse.
They're not a superpower.
What's happening, man?
I'm their
People are so
superpower.
far with their bullshit. They're so consumed with their materialistic wants and desires that they're not even looking at the big picture. It's sad, man. It really is. But I tell you, I don't think we're going to survive this. And then look at the money we're giving for the Ukraine. Why the fuck are we giving billions and billions of dollars? And you know that guy, Lazinski, that president, he's corrupt as hell. All right?
Because doing things like that make us a superpower. And it's the USA's fault the UK got it.
We're giving them already I think they're talking about $121 billion. And this clown says,
That's all right. We're in debt to China for over about $600 billion.
They ask him, when is it going to be over? You keep writing checks. Well, there's no end. Whenever it's over, when it's over. Like no sense of a ceasefire, because they get tremendous money.
King.
Make all the artillery, the arms, whether it's tanks, whatever it is, the rockets. They're making billions of dollars. Right now, if you want to invest money, you invest into all the military corporations that make weaponry. Whether it's Pratt and Whitney, all the military corporations that make weapons for the U.S. government. And that's where you put your money if you're smart, if you're an investor. Rockwell International, all those companies, man, that make weapons and systems for the U.S. government. That's where the money. Look at their stocks. Look at their stock profiles, and you'll see how everything's in the green. It's a shame, but this is what we become. We just basically become an arms dealer. We're one of the biggest. We sell more weapons to other countries than anyone on this planet, and it's a shame because this shit is not getting any better. People are getting poorer. Food's going up. They're cutting food stamps, food programs for the poor. They promised these kids free tuition, and they reneged on that. So this is all about getting elected, and once these bastards got into power, this is what you get. They give you the fist without the grease.
Yeah, that's true, man. No, I know about Cassiopo, but there was a guy on TV. I don't know what the guy's name. I don't know if I should have listened to where he's from, but my assumption was he has something to do with responsibility to the suburbs. And he was talking about Mayor Adams, how he wasn't supposed to send these people over without letting them know first, or something to that effect. So they were just complaining in an interview. I wish I knew the guy's name, man, but he was talking about it. But yeah, they're complaining about that. They're definitely complaining about that they don't want these immigrants over there for whatever reason. Because then it's just too much going on in the city. And like I said, I don't even know what to say anymore about this, man. There's just too much things going on regarding to this immigrant stuff. You see it everywhere, man. They are everywhere. The other day I went downstairs in the train station, and you see them sleeping. You see them sleeping on the corner of the train tracks. What do you call it, in the station? Which is something I've never seen that before. But you know, they were lined up together, sleeping. Midday. It must have been about 12 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Never seen that before till this happened.
Well, they're talking about setting up 10 cities in Central Park. They're talking about setting up 10 cities in the parking lots of a City Field, the Shea Stadium, City Field. I mean, this is crazy, man. Instead of these Democratic mayors pushing on the president, even though we know he doesn't make any of the decisions. Whoever's making the decisions, say, listen, you got border wall that's already paid for from the previous administration. It's paid for with our tax money. Erect them already, put them up. You know what I'm saying? When this clown came in, everything he signed, executive order, he canceled the Keystone Pipeline, he keystoned the border wall. I mean, the wall is there for a reason. If you don't have a border wall, you don't have a country. Because it's just an invasion. And the sad part is the cartels, they're running shit. The Mexican cartels are running shit. They dictate what happens on that border, not America, not Mexico. So and they're making millions of dollars a week. It's incredible. They're saying they're making more money with human trafficking than they are with drugs. And they've never seen anything like it. And they said it's going to explode once Title 42 expires, I think within a few days. So, it's crazy, man. But you know what? I don't know what it takes. You got people that vote these assholes in office.
But you know what? He has the cure. Hold on.
You know the definition of insanity is when you keep on doing the same shit wrong. That's the definition of insanity, and that's what's happening. People vote these same retards in office.
I wonder if you repeating yourself over and over and screaming the same lyrics, trying to enforce the same lies is insanity. Don't ask me.
You know what? Turn the fucking TV off. Turn the radio off. You know,
Yeah,
all you hear on the mainstream media that the Republicans are terrorists. I mean, this is how far they've come.
I know.
With their hatred.
You noticed that, right?
You can't
using
even
all
have
your words. I know.
Conversation today without getting into some kind of fight or argument. You know, and that's what it is. They want to eliminate speech. They want to eliminate your rights, your First, your Second Amendment. And like I said, it's becoming you got people like coming from countries that are like Cuba, North Korea, they're defecting from China, they're defecting from Russia. And they're coming, they're saying, we escaped those countries to come here for a better life, and look what they're doing.
Yeah, I hear that. Horrible. Well, Enforcer, I gotta get going, man. I gotta get ready for alternate side. I gotta go downstairs and move this car. So, Enforcer, man, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man. Have a good one. 73 is down your way, brother. And hope to talk to you soon. Alright, man, I'm gone, man. 10-7 in the key. Peace.
Listen, I'll be on 28, man. That's my home channel. That's where we hang out now, right? So you come back later. I'll be on 28.
10-4. Good to know, man.
See that? They want to be where Richie is. They want to be wherever you are. The king. And you can't change that. That's their home channel. The world just laughed. Full control.